Two brains are better than one.
All right, let's get you in this shot here, cousin. Yeah,
I'll
feel free to
readjust.
get in there.
I'll readjust.
Feel free to get in there. Okay. And all right. Welcome back. We are here. This is it. This is the finale episode, but it's a twofer. So we're going to start on episode 14. We're going to dive deep into it. And then we're going to find our way to the finale. And boy, do I got a lot to say. I got a shit ton of notes. Welcome to Sofa Survivors. I am your host, Tom Sofa.
And I'm Mike Tomato.
And I'm excited to close this one out. This has been a fun one for us, I think.
Yes. I think this season had, out of the 3 that we watched,
Correct.
these characters were more entertaining. I'd say these were the most entertaining.
Shout out Shambo.
Yeah.
Danger Dave.
Russell.
Other Russell.
Natalie, Mick,
Yeah.
Eric,
All John.
I'm just thinking about like who gave me good gossip and tea.
Yeah. All of those characters.
Yeah.
All of them. So, don't mind me while I sip on some coffee during this. I want to be absolutely juiced, wired.
You
for
want to
this
be
year.
amped.
Yeah.
I want to be
I
shaking.
want to give you guys what you need. So,
Call me the Jitter Jeff Probst.
season 19, episode 14. It's called Two Brains Are Better Than One.
Is he going for the coffee?
Don't know. Either way, there was a chance he was going to shake and get his fur all.
It still might float its
Oh
way in
yeah,
there.
I'm trying to put up a wall, but whatever. So season 19, episode 14. It's called Two Brains Are Better Than One, which is I tend to agree with that. By the way.
Yeah, I would think that historically that's proven to be true.
Yeah. And we got, who do we got left here on IGA? We got Russell, Mick, Brett, Natalie, Jason, and Shambo since 86.
Very important.
All of the people that are gone up to this point are Mike, Marisa, Betsy, Ben, Ashley, Yasmin, Russell, Liz, Eric, Kelly, Laura, John, Dave, and Monica. They're gone.
A moment of silence for fallen tributes.
For real. Pour some out for the homies.
And that's enough silence.
Yeah, it's over. Night 33 opens up with Brett massaging Shambo's head.
Yep. Because that's what you do.
That's what you do on Survivor. You get into that.
You get into the
Thing.
weeds of Shambo shag.
That's insane. I don't think I would put my hands in that head.
It's a scary place, that mullet.
Terrifying. Is like
That's a scary place to be.
after it's been in Survivor for 33 days, you're putting your hands in there? Are you kidding me?
You're insane.
I don't care how many times she went in the water.
You're insane.
Do not care.
I don't trust it.
But anyway, whatever. But I was saying that, Brett's on the hot seat. Everybody knows
yeah.
it. Everybody knows it.
It's very obvious. Even Jeff is leaning into it at certain moments.
Get away from my coffee.
It's very clear.
Brett continues to play the game. He kind of gets in with Natalie. He's a big Jesus guy.
Oh,
They're the Jesus twins.
my God. This is when I never liked Brett. I think that's been clear, listener, if you've followed us through the season.
Yeah. Talk about not a character.
These last 2 episodes were it just fueled so much rage.
Yeah. Not so good.
Because it's just what did this turn into? The Jesus freak experience?
For real.
Brett is the second coming of Christ from Galoo to save the Survivor cast.
Crazy.
Eat my ass.
Crazy.
And Natalie, bless her heart,
Oh, bless my heart.
is like, he's a good boy. He would be a great father and
Yeah.
a great husband. Meanwhile, this man is so gay. He is so gay.
Is he?
Yes.
Clearly.
He is the twinkiest twink I've ever twunk in my life.
There you go. Breaking news.
And it's even more gay. Well, I'll get to it later.
Yeah, I know it. Now I see it. Now that you say that,
Homosexual.
Anyway,
Homosexual honey down boots.
and Russell says Shambo needs to get rid of all of her hair. After Shambo says that she needs a haircut. And literally Russell goes, I think she should shave it all. Get it all out of there.
Could you imagine a bald Shambo?
I can see her looking like an alien.
I think the hair is what makes her believable.
Yeah, I love the hair personally.
The hair is what makes Shambo Shambo.
Yeah. She goes back to Shannon.
Yeah.
Anyway, we get to the challenge here pretty quick. Not much really happens. I would say that there is pretty minimal drama going on around camp right now.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just kind of like, let's just vibe for a little bit.
Well, because it's so obvious it's the Foa 4
Love that. Fo.
versus Brett. It's very obvious that that's the dynamic, so there's really not much to discuss.
How crazy is it that it was so many Galoo members and then they all started dropping one at a time and then all of a sudden, not so many left. Anyway.
I think from what I'm understanding in this game in particular, it's once you have about 4, it seems to be like 4 is the magic number. Once you have like a 4, like a really consistent
A tight 4.
allyship of 4, you can make it all the way to the end.
Interesting. You got a good chance because as long as you're not the fourth.
Right.
Because if you're the fourth, you don't. 3 out of the 4 do.
And it seems to be like that 4 can swing a lot of votes if they vote as one particular block throughout the whole show.
It all depends how they intertwine. Because like sometimes they, like Natalie was good at being in the know. I would say, So like.
Well, she was, I think, clever in a way where she kind of used her like dumb blonde sensibility.
Yeah, brilliant.
So people were like, "Oh, she's just dumb as a box of rocks for Christ."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, little did you know."
For real. So the challenge comes about pretty quick, and then they divide into 2 teams for this challenge. You got to walk. It's pretty much Survivor Kerplunk.
Yes,
is what it is.
I literally wrote that. I said
I
coconut.
knew you were going to.
I wrote coconut rope kerplunk.
Yeah. So if you don't know what Kerplunk is, just watch the episode.
I'm
It's
sorry
Kerplunk.
you didn't have a childhood.
Yeah, not a 90s baby. So pretty much what you do is you got to pick a string, and you got to slowly, easy, nice and easy, let the string go to keep coconuts from falling. The goal is to not be the first team to 100 coconuts fallen is the goal here.
Correct.
They do a little captain picking, and Russell and Natalie get randomly chosen as captains. Natalie picks Brett as her first round pick,
Her Bible buddy.
which Russell didn't love that,
He did not appreciate.
but what are you gonna do? The groups were Natalie, Brett, Mick versus Russell, Jason, and Shambo. I wrote here Shambolicious hair. That's what Shambo says. Shambolicious. She goes, had this style for 23 years. You don't mess with perfection. I don't disagree with that.
No, I would argue in favor of that.
Do not disagree. So, point Shambo. I did happen to note the whole scoring and how it kind of went.
I didn't note the whole scoring.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking kerplunk. My only 2 notes about this challenge that really stood out to me was Brett and Natalie fucking praying.
That was crazy. And
During the
Mick
game.
got in there a little bit.
Oh my God.
Let's pray real quick. We're prayer warriors.
Dear God, let
Prayer soldiers.
let these coconuts stay up. Let these coconuts stay up and these ropes do not fall. In God's name, in Jesus' name.
That's what she says. You got 2 prayer warriors on your team, so
It's unfucking believable. I couldn't take it.
so shout out Nat.
But I did want to say that Brett, Mick, and Natalie would be a kind of a hot 3-way.
There you go. Could be. Might be out there.
Not gonna lie. Would participate.
Search it in Google. You might be able to find that on the dark web.
Ooh, come on, deep fake.
Anyway, so the first person to pull is Shambo and Mick. Shambo pulls 4 coconuts to drop. Mick only 2. Jason pulls 3, so then they have 7. Natalie only gets 1. Brett only gets 1, so they're at 4. Russell drops 12 to put them at 19, scores 19-4. And then it repeats. The 3 more people go again. Shambo goes, drops 10. Mick goes, gets a clean 19. Pretty close now, 29-23. The Shambo team is losing by 6 nuts. Sorry, I had an itch on my mustache. Jason goes and just drops a whopping 48 cocoa nuts. Puts it up to 77. And then our little prayer warrior Natalie goes. And she drops a whopping 58. Score is tight.
And the whole time, I did write this part too. The whole time as the 58 coconuts are falling, she's going, "Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh my word."
I know.
I thought that was great.
So funny. Then Russell goes, and that strategic son of a gun gets 0.
Yeah. Impressive.
He just has an eye, pulled it right. Anyway, and then Brett goes and launches 23 coconuts right down the chute and puts him at 104-77. Russell, Jason, and Shambo win. Feels good. I'm happy about that. I think that was good. Good win for the squad. So pretty much they just get a bunch of protein. They get to go over to the island, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they get to go to the island.
It's like a cultural experience.
Plus
a bed on the beach.
Yep.
That's pretty much all it is.
Shambo makes a pretty intense toast to the Samoan people.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting. And then she fell back.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting.
Shambo's interesting person.
She was happy to do that. They all share a little dance together, which was cute. Fun to see.
They done to dance.
Fun to see the squad dancing. And then Shambo, she's just like, I've done everything I needed to do here type of thing now that she's seen everybody dance a little bit, which is good for her. I
think she knows that she's not going to win.
She went on her journey. And there you go. The losers, led by Brett, decide that they're going to collect some snails to eat. Delicious.
Escargot.
And watch the sunset at the beach.
So cute, so romantic. Let's have a 3-way.
As a little threesome, yeah.
Let's have a 3-way.
Might have happened.
Let's have a kiki.
Production might have it.
Or that would be a kai.
Either way.
But kai is like with drag queens. Anyway, sorry.
So Natalie at this point kind of seems like she's considering which way is she going to go. Is she going to go the Brett route, or is she going to go Russell?
Well, I think she very quickly and rightfully recognizes that a Brett in the finale,
yeah, he'll
is a win for Brett.
Yeah, Galoo will vote for him
because the whole jury is Galoo.
Yeah, for sure. I think Shambo still would have voted for Russell, but
yeah, but that's still
we'll get there. We'll get there. But fact, you're right. You are right. Russell, he pretty much puts Mick and Brett on the hot seat. He says that if Brett wins, Mick's gone. If Mick wins, Brett's gone. Mm-hmm. It's that simple. And Jason and Shambo are just like, right. And that's kind of been the theme of this whole season.
Yeah.
Is Russell being like, it's this person for this reason. And everybody just goes, yep,
that's it.
I'm in.
That's the one.
Great idea.
But secretly, I think the real plot was happening is going to be actually Brett or Shambo.
Maybe.
Because Russell wanted to keep Mick over Shambo.
That is where we get after Jason thinks about it for a little bit and pulls Russell to the side.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. You are right. Everyone gets back together at the camp. And then Russell just starts just chopping it up about his. He starts hyping himself up, talking about Brett. He goes, "He's a little punk, 110 pounds. He's not faster than me, and he's not stronger than me." Perhaps,
Yeah,
maybe
Sure.
faster. I don't know.
he's definitely faster.
Yeah. The immunity challenge
You
comes.
seen Russell run? Whew.
I mean, he in this challenge, he like run, or in one of the coming challenges, he like runs across the beams seamlessly. Russell does.
Oh yeah, it's in this one. He runs across the balance beams very well.
Right.
But if it was like a dead-on sprint, not on a balance beam,
Yeah.
Brett would win.
For sure. So you got to race into a field to count the number of tiles. Then you take the tiles, the numbers that you get from the tiles, to solve a lot combination. Winner takes immunity. It's pretty much that simple.
Yeah.
It was.
I did think of like some of the things that they had for counting was kind of grotesque. The dead fish, the
yeah,
pigs.
I didn't like it either.
I'm like, okay.
Did not like it either.
It seems wasteful.
It was for sure wasteful. The challenge was not exciting in any way.
No.
Mick and Jason were both pretty close, but Brett wins in the end. And that pretty much puts Shambo and Mick on the hot seat because Jason wants Shambo gone. Because he thinks that Mick is the only one who could possibly beat Brett. They want as much firepower to take down Brett, get him out of there, and then it's kind of a fair game for the rest of Foa in theory.
Right.
In
Which
Jason and Mick's eyes.
I understand the logic there.
No, logic is sound. It's
Yeah.
very sound, but
And I will say Jason plays a very logical game,
he does.
seemingly.
He does play a logical game, but it's almost so logical that he won't let himself give 1,000%.
Yeah. And
It's too logical,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
and I think that is going to be his downfall. To be honest with you,
Lacks a sense of spirit.
yeah. So Shambo's time is coming. Russell just lies straight to Shambo's face. Shambo's like, "Oh, I'm getting a weird vibe from Mick," and like Shambo's clearly picking up on it. She may be a little naive, but she ain't stupid. You know, she can feel a social cue to an extent. Like she knows
Yeah.
what's going on. And Russell gets Mick on board. Everybody seems to know what's going on. And before we know it, we're at Tribal.
Yeah, there really wasn't much.
No, not much scrambling going on.
Because again, it's so small and they already know who the targets are. So it's very quick.
Yeah, and Shambo was like, she felt something but didn't act on it.
Like, in my opinion, I think, like, just for the show in the future, perhaps, unless there is, like, really juicy drama, just cut right away to Tribal.
Yeah.
After, like, once the numbers are this low, just go straight to Tribal.
Yeah.
Because then you can have more of that, like, juicy talk, like, in front of Jeff.
Yeah, but I agree. I agree. However, there are some seasons where when it's down to these numbers, it's fucking insane. Like it's good. It's intense. It's tough for them to decide. Like
Sure.
this is kind of cut and dry.
But then it's also really obvious when people go off and talk to each other at this point, too.
yeah.
So that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, it's at the point of the game where everybody expects everybody to talk to each other because there's only so many people. So they just allow it so that everybody can do it type of thing. Which I think is fair. I think that's fair. Tribal comes. Brett has immunity. Everybody's got a target on him. That's kind of the basis of what they talk about. Russell is bummed because he has to vote out somebody that he really likes, which I think is one of the most honest things that he says.
But meanwhile, he was talking so much shit to Mick about Shambo.
That's just what he.
I know.
He puts a target on him, lists all the reasons that could be, and then everybody goes, "Yeah, great, down," and that's just the end of it.
Yeah. It's so crazy that this man, there's no protest ever against this man. The entire show.
Unbelievable. Just walks right through. It is shocking. The votes come out. It's 4-1. Shambo, blindsided by Shambo. It's been real.
Mm-hmm.
Shambo is. I remember the first time I watched this season, and I was like, I love Shambo.
She's very earnest.
She is earnest, and she's certainly got faults,
Oh, yeah.
and she's good. She's good. I like her. So Shambo goes.
Shambo's
She
gone.
seems fine with it. She's just kind of like, yeah.
I think she understood it because I think
Whatever.
she knew, maybe unconsciously or consciously, that she was never going to win. Because even then, the Galoo doesn't like her.
Yeah, I think she would have had as good of a shot as. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. Let's talk about it at the end of the next episode.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
I'm
about
just
to dive in.
I'm just thinking that like Galoo didn't even like her that much. So if it was like a Shambo, Brett, Russell finale, they're going to vote Brett. If it was a Shambo, Brett, Natalie, they're going to vote Brett.
Yeah.
If it was Shambo, Russell, Natalie, debatable. But anyway,
Did you watch the end of the episode when Shambo was like talking to the camera?
no.
she hit a. I hope I did all my Marines proud. Semper Fi.
Oh, God.
And
Okay.
and in my head I'm like, I don't think you did them very proud.
I
Like,
think she could be
kinda-
a Republican.
I think that she could be.
I got more of that thought
hair
of the-
like that. I don't know.
I got more of a thought of it like at the end of the final tribal.
Yeah,
I got a little bit of sense of like MAGA energy in a way.
yeah. We'll talk about that. She
But-
was something else.
But yeah.
So yeah, that's the end of this episode. Take some time to breathe, chill, drink, eat, walk, sit, stand, do stuff.
Kegels, do your Kegels.
Do your Kegels.
Get that pelvic floor nice and tight.
And most importantly, just prepare yourself because I got a lot of notes. I wrote down like pretty much every question that everybody had in Tribal.
Jesus. I did not rate that much.
That's okay. You're not supposed to.
Okay, good.
But
Because
I
I
am.
didn't.
If you're gonna do a finale, you gotta talk about what's said, and you gotta be a little thorough. My only wish is that I was able to just put this video into a platform, and then the platform like just soaks up just different scenes from the episodes and just puts them in right as we're talking about like little bits.
Oh.
Because some of because I've listened to a decent amount of rewatch podcasts similar to kind of what we're doing here. It's kind of obviously what we're modeled after type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them that are just so darn good have little cuts and bits and pieces of audio.
I mean, you could do that in post.
Yeah, but it's so hard and takes time and effort.
It does.
But I would love to do that, and I hope that we're going to work towards that at some point. But
pay editors to do it for us.
yeah, hey, listen, if you're an editor and you're looking for some cheap work that you're going to do a really good job on, hit us up, sofatomatoespod@gmail.com, and we can work something out. I'm certain of that. So anyway, you ready to do this thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's get into the finale.
All right. Season 19, episode 15. This game ain't over. It's not over. Russell, Brett, what were you going to say?
Nothing.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Positive?
Yep.
Okay. You swear?
HIV.
Okay. What?
HIV positive.
I said you swear? You go HIV.
Yep.
Okay. That's a new one. Over at IGA, we got Russell, Brett, Natalie, Jason, and Nick. Mick. Not Nick. Mick.
Mick.
And all the people that are gone at this point are Mike, Marisa, Betsy, Ben, Ashley, Yasmin, Russell, Liz, Eric, Kelly, Laura, John, Dave, Monica, and Shambo since 86. And they're all gone. There's only 5 players left. I've got to put this down. My leg's falling asleep like that. And we start the episode off with some quick tree mail. And they mentioned there's going to be a balance challenge of sorts. Russell, he seems to stay locked in. Is kind of where he's at. He's just focused, focused, focused. Jason and Mick start worrying that Russell might not vote off Natalie as easy as the others. But they got to stay focused on Brett and not worry about Natalie, which is a classic move right there.
Yeah. First things are first.
Shit. Just had this little string dipping in my coffee.
Delicious.
Yeah, I'll be slurping on that later, I guess.
It's just a little bit of leather.
Yeah, it is. All right, we're gonna have a little coffee stain on this page too.
Ooh.
Little character.
A little memory.
Hell yeah.
In not elementary school.
In elementary.
In high school, we had to do like a project where we were one of the characters from The Hobbit.
Okay.
And we had to like make a diary as if we were one of these characters. And I, dipped my paper in coffee, burned the edges, did a whole thing.
Made it look OG, huh?
I did. Got an A on it. Miss Rockwell, love you, babe.
Got her. That's awesome. Russell tells Natalie that if Brett wins, she may be next. He's like, and then he starts talking Brett down. He's like, he's no Mike Tyson. He's Brett.
I wrote that. I wrote that quote down too.
He is not Mike Tyson. I think that's an astute observation.
I think this kid might be the furthest thing
from Mike Tyson.
From Mike Tyson.
Yeah, he's not Mike Tyson. We get to the immunity.
Actually, scratch that. Mike Tyson did say he would fuck somebody in the ass.
Okay.
And Brett bottom.
There you go. Immunity challenge comes. You got to get puzzle pieces through an obstacle course, solve a puzzle. Russell out the gate fast as hell.
So fast.
Dude's flying. He's ahead. But
not good at puzzles.
Not that good at puzzles.
He's not good at puzzles.
Yeah, not that good.
And for a doctor, Mr. Mick, I'm looking at you, Mr. MCAT certified at some very prestigious hospital.
Not good at puzzles.
Not good at puzzles.
Not good at puzzles. Jason?
Not good at puzzles.
Not good at
Attorney?
puzzles.
Not good at puzzles.
Not good at puzzles.
Natalie? I don't know what her profession is. Also not very good at puzzles.
She's a pharma sales rep.
Oh, that's right. Pharma sales. She's pushing that OxyContin for DuPont.
Precisely.
Or Purdue, not DuPont. And then Brett, t-shirt designer.
Yeah.
Good at puzzles.
Good at puzzles. Somebody's got to be.
Yeah.
And needless to say, Brett wins, crushes the puzzle, wins immunity, barely wins immunity. And Mick was right behind Brett.
He was.
But unbelievable, to be honest.
Yeah, not good at puzzles.
Not good at puzzles, but terrible challenge. Not very exciting.
I did appreciate in this challenge, though, you had Jeff literally being like, hey, Brett, if you don't win, you're fucked.
Yeah, that was good.
How do you feel about that?
He doesn't do that much anymore, unfortunately. It's not as intense.
And then Brett was like, well, it's just God's plan.
Yeah, literally.
It is just, oh, God, I hate him.
Russell then promises Natalie that he's going to keep her from being voted off when they get back to camp.
Mm-hmm.
Russell mentions Jason doesn't seem totally in the game at this point. But he could go Mick. Could go either way. I think that's a fair thing. Jason and Russell, they have a very long history of working together. That's what Jason says. He's like, Russell and I have a very long history of working together. Mm-hmm. It was very corporate professional of him to talk like that.
Yes. We've networked at many of
Yeah. No, you haven't. You've just been voting people off of Survivor for
You've just been
30
listening
days.
to who he says to vote off, and that's it.
Russell tells Jason and Mick that each other is on the hot seat. Brilliant. Classic Russell. So
classic.
Natalie breaks down who is the better fit to go home on both sides. She goes positive, negative, positive, negative. Mm-hmm. And I noted, how is nobody thinking, why don't we try to get out Russell right now?
Literally, that is just I cannot understand it.
Because Russell's turned into Mick. Oh, Harry. That wasn't cool, buddy.
Do you throw up?
No, he's fine. He's golden. He just took you out of the frame.
Oh,
But yeah, nobody on Russell. Nobody.
insane behavior. And the crazy thing is, like, they will come to the camera in a confessional and be like, "Yeah, I know Russell is double dealing and a crazy person, but let's just keep him around so he can galvanize everybody else to vote me off."
Yeah. I thought it was crazy.
What is that? Like, that's when me, like, is production like in their ear being like, y'all can't choose Russell because he's made the show.
I don't think so. Because what happened was I think he had an idol for so long that they were just like, we're just not going to get him.
Yes, but I would have done it. I would have immediately turned on Russell.
Yeah.
But also at the
I
same
don't know if
time,
he
Russell
would've.
was never going to win. So maybe it wasn't a bad idea
I
to
don't
keep
know.
Russell at the end.
I'm not sure. Because, yeah, well, we're going to talk about it. But we get to the first tribal of the episode. And right off the bat, 3 in a row for Brett. 3 in a row. Beast. Absolute beast. However,
bullshit challenges too, though.
yeah, I agree with that also. However, Brett says that he'd rather have the social game over winning, which I thought was interesting. He'd rather be in like Russell's shoes, is what he says, which I think is fair because nobody's bringing up Russell's name. So, like, yes, I would rather be in Russell's shoes there too, and not have the absolute pressure of immunity. Yeah. No, you do, because winning that much immunity in a row is almost always leading towards a loss in Survivor.
Sure.
Almost always.
But to my understanding, Jeff asked the question, like, would you prefer to be, like, right now, not asking, like, in the future, but right now, would you prefer to be not immune at this tribal council? And Brett's like, yeah, I think that would be totally fine. And or like, yeah, I think that's the better strategy, and I think they could have a better outcome. And then when they ask him if he wants to give it to somebody, he goes, no.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the social side, though.
Because he's a fucking idiot.
No.
And he's a phony, fake little Jesus freak.
Shut up.
That
You're
needs
being
to get
salty.
off my screen.
You're being salty.
I was just like, this kid's a fake. He's a phony. I'm
I'm
tired
not
of him.
Not denying that. But no need to be salty about it.
I'm salty.
You can be. I accept it. Danger Dave over on the side, just rooting so hard with his facial expressions. It is just ridiculous how Danger Dave is reacting. So anyway, the votes come about. Mick gets 1 vote. Jason 3. Bye, Jason. And I wrote long time coming. Long overdue. Dude's been phoning it in for days now.
Seems that way.
Personal opinion.
It did seem that way. I think this is also when I noticed how, I think as Shambo comes back in this one, like she just joins the jury.
Yeah.
And they must do like a whole glam day when they're
100%.
eliminated.
110%.
Because every time the person comes back, they're like, their hair is fresh. They got makeup on.
Yeah, they're no longer in the game of Survivor.
Yeah, like new clothes. So I think
Production.
like as part of the show off screen, they give you like a whole pampering day where you go to a spa, you go
For
to a
sure.
salon, and you do all those things. Because then in like the next tribal, you'll see them and they're just like regular Joe Schmo like clothes out of a suitcase.
Yeah.
Versus the full 9.
100%. Hundo P. So, Jason dips. He's out of there. Get back to camp. And Russell starts making a deal with Brett. Because that's what Russell does. He makes deals with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't care. Screw it. He says, Brett, if you win, take me. And if I win, I'll take you to the finals. Because it's all about beating the best in the finals.
Right. So
There's no pride in that.
This is when I call bullshit.
Yeah.
Especially on Brett's part. Because Brett is like, I just don't feel right if I go to the finals and I'm not there with the strongest competition. I just don't think that that's right. And there's a moment you kind of have to it's like a subtlety of interpersonal communication where Russell listens to Brett say that, and he like turns his head as like yeah, sure, and then like and then immediately is like, yeah, okay, but this is what we're gonna do.
Right.
It was like, to me, it was a clear moment of a bullshitter recognizing bullshit.
Yeah.
Without like saying like that's bullshit.
Right. I mean, Russell wanted to try to cover his tracks in case Brett wins again.
Sure.
3 in a row. He could do 4 in a row.
Yeah.
And Brett has no social tie except to Natalie, a little bit. So, and he needs one other person. So I think that they're both offering each other bullshit, which is what you said. And
no, I'm making the argument that Brett saying that I want to beat the best competition at the end is bullshit.
Yeah, they are both telling each other what they want to hear and lying to each other at the same time.
Yes. But Brett is...
They're both doing that.
But being faker.
No, they're not.
Because we know Russell's a piece of shit.
No.
But
they're both...
Brett is like, I'm holier than thou. I'm Jesus reincarnate on the island of Samoa.
Can't be upset with Brett for playing the social game at this point in the game. He has to. Because that's the thing.
I don't know.
No other choice.
I don't know if he's playing the game. I think he's just a phony, and I don't like him.
That was him making that somewhat agreement with Russell is him trying. So that it's a last ditch effort. Well,
too little, too late. Jesus,
it's bitch. Not. He still has a chance for immunity. My God, chill the fuck out.
No, I hated him.
Oh my God,
I was so tired of him, and he was barely on screen the whole season, and then he finally gets some airtime, and I fucking hate him.
Yeah. Tree mail comes. They do the fallen comrades thing, where I
fast forwarded.
They burn torches. Yeah, this is what they do, by the way. I'm just saying it for the people. You know, in theory, you already watched it or you're watching it or whatever. They pay the respects. They go through each and every person. Oh, you remember this person and that? You remember that person and this?
Yeah.
Skipsville. That's what I wrote. Skipsville.
It's
Skipsville every time.
As soon as I heard Russell being like, yeah, I remember I voted her out right away, I was like, all right, then I'm done. I don't need to be
skipped
involved.
Every single part of that. Final immunity comes. This is a good immunity challenge. This is a classic. They do stuff like this all the time. I think this is the final immunity challenge should be something that is not speed. It should be an endurance. Like you have to, like core or like holding something.
It shouldn't be like a purely physical thing. Yeah.
Nor should it be purely strategic at the same time either. Like this is a good combination of you got to strategically and physically do this for a long time.
Yeah.
So I think challenge wise, solid ending challenge. And so the people know what I'm talking about. Place a wooden statue on a stick. You hold the stick. As time goes on, you add another stick to your stick. You make it taller. You add a foot, until the stick falls, and then you're out of the challenge. Whoever can hold their statue upright at the top the longest wins final immunity. Not necessarily the most exciting, but this is what ending Survivor challenges are. It's and I also think it's like a metaphor for like, you've been out here this long. How much longer are you willing to like go through some shit,
right,
to get the final W?
How long can you hold out?
Exactly. So,
I think that's fair.
Little double edger type thing. And what do I got here? They get the statue all the way up to like I think 5 feet, and then Mick drops. Then Natalie shortly after that. They get it up to 6 feet. They get up to 7 feet. It's just Brett and Russell, and it's just going back and forth, back and forth. It looks like somebody's going to drop, and then they save it. Somebody else is going to drop. They save it. Lo and behold, Brett loses. Shocker. Russell wins the final immunity. Things are looking good for Russell right now.
He is on cloud 10. He's so excited and exuberant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the next day, ooh, girl.
Mick starts getting paranoid instantly of Russell.
Which I understand.
He's like, what if he takes Brett and gets me out? Like, it could happen.
But it would be so stupid to take Brett at this point. It would be so dumb.
Definitely. He mentions he's not sure if it'll be Mick or Brett. That's what Russell says, but whatever. Russell then tells Brett he might get him to the fire making challenge, which is, that's always like a respectable thing that sometimes people do. And then they can like win or lose with some dignity type shit.
Yeah. On my hate Brett saga, I did write down a little quote that he was talking to Mick about because he was a little bit sad that he lost the challenge. And it's very clear that his name was, that he's on the hot seat or whatever.
Yeah.
And he says that he's, quote, feeling like a little girl, all emotional.
Oh. He said that?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Oh, he's a little girl, all emotional.
Poor girl. Poor girl.
He's a closeted homosexual. And his little t-shirt design business is at a church camp. That's what I believe.
I believe you.
He works for a conversion therapy camp. And he makes the t-shirts for them.
Okay.
That's Brett's backstory.
All right. I believe you. Sold.
You heard it here now.
I'm willing to sell that to the Tribune.
Hell yeah.
Tribal Part 2. Not too much happens. They don't say much. It's just kind of blah, 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 bullshit. The votes come.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, Brett.
Thank God.
3-1. 3-1. Foa. I wrote foa life.
Foa life.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Iga Day 39 comes, and everyone is talking, everyone being Mick, Natalie, and Russell. Everybody's talking about how they can't wait to shower and brush the teeth and feel fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh.
So fresh.
Tree mail comes, and they get their final breakfast, which is a classic.
It's like a full Denver omelet experience.
Yep, little mimosa action, I think, or orange juice.
I think it was mimosa because
looked like mimosas.
Because Russell was getting shifty.
Yeah, for sure.
The way he was speaking, wild behavior.
Yeah, Russell literally is saying all kinds of stuff, saying how he's gonna win. He's so certain.
He bested everybody.
Yeah, and he's like, and he's turning to like Natalie and Mick and being like,
"What did you do?
You guys will vote for me, right?" Like,
no, he's turning to Natalie and being like, "What are you gonna say? That you rode my coattails the whole time?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?" Like to the point where Natalie was just like, "Dude, step off."
Natalie says, "Step off," and then she goes, "It's in God's hands now."
Right, it's God's plan.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord can lead you to it. If the Lord can lead you to it, He can lead you through it.
Yep. And then I just wrote more cockiness from Russell as he counts jury votes. He's like, how many? He's like, Danger Dave, Shambo, Eric.
I wrote
John?
that like he's such a douchebag. And drunk off of mimosas, entitled and arrogant, he lays out his entire strategy of the show like a proud serial killer.
Yeah. It's brutal.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Nuts. So, we get to the final tribal.
Made it.
The finale. We did. Hold on. Harry, go on, boy. Good dog. Slide that right over there while we get into this. All right. Final tribal is amongst us. We get everybody's opening statement. I just kind of paraphrased what I thought that I heard.
I paraphrased everything.
Everybody's opening statement here.
I paraphrased everything. Everybody's opening statement, everybody's questions, everybody's responses.
What'd you write down for Mick's opening statement paraphrase?
Mick, I said, "You did jack shit. Have a great day."
Is that what you wrote?
I literally, what did I write? I wrote, Mick says nothing.
Okay. His statement, from what I heard him say, what he actually said, he said, makes it clear that he played a strategic and morally sound game. is what he's trying to sell
Yeah.
to the jury.
Yeah. Morals and ethics.
Yeah, that's what he claims. Natalie, what did Natalie say? What did you have that she said?
Natalie, I said that she played the docile woman, the demure woman. That was her strategy.
Yeah, she talks about how for her, she talks about how it's more the journey she took. Like, she talks about her development throughout. I killed a dang rat.
Yeah.
She talks about how every jury member was a part of it.
She wanted to be underestimated.
But she didn't say much else. I didn't feel like that she fought for herself too much, but
None of these opening statements were interesting to me except for Russell.
and then Russell came in and he goes, I came here to win. I continued to strategize all game. Anybody who said my name was on the chopping block, next to go, blah, blah, blah.
Again, it was like another proud serial killer moment.
He said how he solidified Shambo early on. He got Laura out as one of his biggest moves.
John, getting rid of John.
Then he closed it all out by beating Brett in the final immunity, which are solid points. But, like, one thing that you will see as a common thing with these guys who think that and it's always men, guys who think that they won, they do not properly fight for themselves. They don't do it. They do not stand on business.
Because they're so ego.
They are so proud and so certain that they've played a loud enough game that it speaks for itself.
They're so entitled and so consumed by their own ego that they cannot fathom the idea that what they did had upset people.
Yeah.
And that these people have no choice but to vote or not vote for them.
But even when Russell did upset people, but even even men that make it to the finals that do not upset a bunch of people, a lot of the times do not fight because they feel like that they played a good enough game, that everybody knows the game that he like. But no, you are there to fight for your spot,
which is another sense of entitlement because it's a holier than thou argument.
Yeah,
it's a look at me. I'm here because I'm so star-spangled, ethical and moral. You should vote for me.
And I will say that the jury has the power, but in every finale of Survivor, but in this particular one, the jury owned every single one of their asses. All three of them, they picked apart their games, and it was, I thought, well done as far as like a entertaining point of view.
Sure.
But I blame Russell, Natalie, and Mick for being unable to own their game. Truthfully, all of them. Hold on one sec here. That's going to go straight to that. There we go. And so that's just, my personal opinion. So then it's question time. This is when we're going to get into the weeds, get into the thick of it. Jason goes first. Jason, he kind of has like a basic little something, but he says, tell the three finalists, or he says, three finalists, tell everybody on the jury what you do, who you are, type of shit.
Before I do.
Or I will if you don't. So fucking do that shit. Natalie says, I'm pharma sales, gave up her job to do this. Russell, I'm a businessman, owned it for 5 years. Last 2 years was good money. Mick, sob story, Mick. I'm $230K in debt from medical school.
Woe was me.
Brutal.
Woe was me.
And then Jason literally goes, Natalie, I know you have more money. Like, I know you have plenty of money. And he goes, Russell, 7 figures, brother. I
Yeah.
know. We know. And Jason goes, Mick, you're a doctor. You may be in debt, but you make a fine living.
Right.
And you will pay that debt off.
You're a
type shit.
doctor with a fellowship at a very prestigious hospital. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Which is fair. And Jason pretty much goes, jury, look for other criteria.
Mm-hmm.
Do not choose based on who deserves the money
Who you think would benefit the most?
outside of the game. Focus on the gameplay.
Yeah.
Which I felt like was a production question. I felt like Jason, out of, like he may have said it with a little bit of gusto, but I don't think that he's just like,
I think Jason could have also felt slighted in maybe a racial sense as well,
maybe.
because all the white people voted against the black guy.
I guess. But Jason also,
Not to say their arguments were racially motivated,
Right.
but one could feel that way.
certainly, fair. Shambo goes next. She apologizes to America for dismantling Galoo.
Oh my god.
I don't accept your apology.
I
Shambo.
don't either. Shut up, Shambo. I did not appreciate her energy when she came out.
Terrible energy, bro. So bad. She goes, Mix, your game was feckless.
Yeah.
You know what feckless means?
Just lacks spirit.
I looked it up. Pretty much. Lacking initiative or strength of character.
Okay, yeah.
And Mick is like, I don't even know what feckless means.
And you're a doctor.
yeah, it's just, it's okay.
You should know what feckless means.
It's not in the medical book.
It's not a difficult word to
I
understand,
didn't know-
especially in context.
Yeah, I guess, but like he's also been on Survivor Samoa for 30 days.
Sure,
and it's,
yeah, I
you
guess.
do get stupid brain a little bit being out there
No,
for that much time.
I recognize.
So
I get that. That's fair.
ridiculous of Shambo, who I would say played a pretty feckless game herself, to come at Mick like that and just destroy him early.
I think not Nick.
I did that earlier.
I think Mick played a passive game. I don't think he played a feckless game.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think that Mick could have stood on business at this point, but he chose to be nice and
Yeah.
let Shambo be Shambo. Natalie is told that she rode the coattails of Russell, and Natalie pretty much says, I did the best with what I had. Shambo goes, I'm not hearing it. She says, neither of you will get my vote.
Yeah, literally.
And I was like, okay, good job, Shambo. And this is where we get to Brett,
Yeah.
the guy you want to talk about.
Well, first, I just wanted to say that Shambo, to me, was giving, like, real guys girl energy, and I don't appreciate a guy.
She's Semper Fi, man.
Yeah, I don't appreciate guys girl energy. I think that was really fucked up.
She's America Semper Fi.
Whatever. Didn't know it like that. But Brett, let's get to Brett.
Let's talk about Brett.
Fucking homosexual. So, his stupid ass question.
Yeah, go
I'll
ahead.
take over this one.
Yeah, I'm begging you to take over
Because
this
his
one.
stupid ass question was, if we're going to have a bro day, Mick,
If we're gonna spend the day, you and me.
if we're going to spend the day, a bro day, and you're not going to lick my little pussy and make me come 7 ways to Jesus, what would we do? And then Mick, I appreciated his response. He was like, well, I would wake you up so nice and sultry with blowy kisses and whatever.
Soft whispers.
Soft whispers and whatever. I think he obviously understood the sexual tension that Brett wanted to fuck Mick.
Right.
But obviously, the question sucked because the delivery was ass. And Brett's argument at the very end of his question was, I wanted to just see how you actually would have known me. So like it doesn't show that you actually got to know me.
Well, so yes, but Mick goes, JK, we would bro down, we would chill, talk girls and sports. And then that's when Brett comes in and he's like, you don't know me at all. You didn't
Right.
You didn't even try to get to know me, blah blah blah. But like, in mixed defense, Brett was the enemy, and there was no benefit aside from him being a jury vote to getting to know him, really. Natalie did a good job.
But what does Natalie actually know? That he likes Jesus?
That he likes Jesus, and that he would apparently make a good father and husband or some shit.
No.
Whatever. Weird, Brett. Kelly's turn. And she turns to Natalie. You always turn to someone to get stuff done. And, kind of never did anything on your own type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Her response is, my journey was to show growth. So, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Is pretty much what she said.
Mm-hmm.
And then she turns to Russell and goes, Russell, you are a liar, a thief, and a cheater on the inside of this game. And you would agree with that. Are you like that at home? Are you like that outside of this game? And he goes, that is not me in the real life. I don't want my kids to see that. And then she goes, okay, well, what 3 words would you use to replace those then? Did you write down those 3 words?
I didn't, but it's like honor, integrity, and loyalty.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, can you...
And Kelly ain't buying it.
I'm at like DEF CON shit levels. I'm going to run to the bathroom
really
quick.
Yeah, do it. You got to do what you got to do, man. That coffee we had earlier.
But hold down the fort.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to keep plugging through here. And hopefully...
I'll be back, listener.
All right. So... Russell says honor, integrity, and loyalty. And Kelly says, hell no, brother. Hell no. Monica, she comes up and she goes, Russell, you made it. Why does Natalie and why does everybody not deserve to have the money? And Natalie did nothing but align with Russell. Russell played a dirty game, and that's why Mick deserves the money, which I disagree with right there. I kind of feel like that this was just a silly question. And then Danger Dave. Fucking Danger Dave. Dave Ball. He comes out and he goes, what do you think your chances are tonight for each person? And that is it. Does not go any further, but I do feel like that they were kind of pressed for time. And so they just kind of sped up some of these last couple questions, which I didn't really hate because even though it was an entertaining tribal, I felt like the questions weren't that solid. I felt like the responses, they didn't really own their games that well. So drama and good TV, yes. Well thought out arguments and, owning your game, which is what I look for in a finale personally, did not really happen at all, to be honest. Mick says maybe at this point he's got a 20 to 25% chance. Natalie says she's got a 30 to 40% chance. And Russell starts, tucking his tail between his legs, and he goes, at this point, it's starting to feel like 55% chance is what he's feeling, which is his way of saying it could go either way, but he's still going to bet on himself. Welcome back.
I'm back, listener. Thank you. I feel 10 pounds lighter.
Lovely.
All right, what'd I miss?
We just talked Danger Dave.
Okay.
We talked Monica. Danger Dave, he went up and he just did the, what do you think your chances are tonight?
Yeah.
Which was silly, and it went fast.
What are your odds?
And Monica was just kind of like, why do the other two not deserve the money?
A classic RuPaul's Drag Race question where it's like, out of everybody here, who should go home and why?
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Laura, it's her turn. She goes, Russell, what did you learn about me that made me so threatening? And Russell just says, you seem to have a lot of control on the Galu tribe. And she was also kind of a challenge beast.
Yeah. Oh my god, but such a corporate question, like asking for feedback.
Yeah.
About like why you lost.
Why was I so threatening? And then he answered, and she's like, okay, question over.
Yeah.
Okay. And then John gets to go up. And John goes, Mick, what is the hard sell? Hard sell your gameplay to me. And Mick goes, I've got good character. I'm a stand-up dude. Stand-up dude, good character.
Yeah.
What more could you ask for? I'm not evil like Russell, so if you think a guy should win, vote for me because I'm not evil.
Right.
Is pretty much what he said.
Blah.
Natalie, you got here on Russell's success. Natalie says that she was smart enough to see that, staying with Russell was the strong way to go. And she did it early, and she did it well and effectively. And there is something to staying loyal.
Yeah.
To an extent.
I mean, in my opinion, all Natalie needed to do was like, yes, I aligned myself with a very controversial figure, but look at where I'm sitting and look at where you are.
Yeah.
That's what I would have said if I was Natalie.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm here because of the alliances that I made, and you're there because of the alliances that you failed to make.
Yeah. And then Eric, King Eric, he comes up and goes, I don't need anything from you.
Yeah, just roasts immediately,
Mick,
except for Natalie, which we'll save that to the end.
Mick, you did nothing as a leader, and you need to take responsibility for that. First of all, Mick didn't ask to be the leader.
It's true.
First and foremost, he was voted leader.
Yep.
Second of all, what were they expecting him to do?
Yeah, right.
I don't understand what he's talking about.
I don't either, because he wasn't even on that tribe.
But shame on Mick
for not
owning his fucking game.
Yeah.
He took himself out of the running himself. He did not even try to get one fucking vote.
Look at right, Harry, right.
It's stupid.
And I think what I witnessed was as soon as Eric called Mick entitled, I think that like totally threw Mick for a loop, like a spiral. He was just like totally baffled the idea that he's entitled.
Yeah.
But just watch his face the entire fucking time.
For real.
Call a spade, and Eric called you out.
Yeah. And then Eric goes, Russell, we had nothing in common, and you played an unethical game, and yet somehow you're proud of it.
Yeah. I wrote, you're a douche canoe and happy about it.
Totally. 100% douche canoe. And then he goes, Natalie, people call your way weak, but what did I say? But you deserve to be here. Perception is not reality. Reality is reality. Nat, you've got my vote. Congratulations. That's pretty much what he says.
Yeah, so I wrote down wants to fuck Natalie, heavily praises her, calls her game deceitful.
Yeah.
But not as bad as like a pushover coattail rider.
Right. And I didn't think Natalie fully rode coattails. I mean,
no.
She was with Russell the whole way. She went in and like got people comfortable, and
I think
when they merged, she was huge. Nobody owned their game. She should have owned that she did that shit.
Yeah. I think actually I would make a strong argument in Natalie's case that the reason that Galoo was so that Fofo was so successful at getting Galoo to turn on each other was because of Natalie.
Yeah. For sure.
I would make that argument.
100%. And she was getting information and passing it around too. It was she did a lot, and nobody owned their game. Russell didn't even own his game.
No, because I think he started to sense that like the crowd was against him, so he couldn't own his game because they didn't like his game.
I disagree with you. I think that he should have sat there and said, you may not like how I played this game. You may not like it, but I controlled everything. I did every single thing. I fought hard in every single challenge. I competed with the younger guys. I competed with literally. I found every idol. I did there was no owning of game
Yeah.
by
No, I agree.
anybody,
I agree with you.
and it's a bummer. So
They're not lawyers. That's for damn sure.
so as far as I'm concerned, it is anybody's game except Mick, because Mick.
I actually thought it was anybody's game but Russell at this point.
Oh, Mick had nothing. So anyway,
So, I mean, it was Natalie's to lose.
Yeah.
In my at ultimate opinion, it really was Natalie's to lose.
when they finished with Eric saying that you got my vote type of thing.
yeah,
We go back to the live audience.
the live vote transition is so wild to me.
So silly.
It is so
silly.
ridiculous.
And the way they had Russell dressed up, you knew he was going to lose, low key. Mm-hmm. They had him.
He did not look well.
No.
His eyes were bloodshot. He did not speak at all.
Yeah.
He seemed very uncomfortable. And I think because at that point, the press was now running and nobody liked him.
I'm sure he got some bad press.
He was very good television because he was a bad person.
Right.
And all the press that he was getting was like, look at how bad this person is. So.
Well, I do believe he is on the next season of Survivor.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying it didn't deter him from the game.
and Welcome to America, where bad people often succeed.
Yeah. So the votes come in. Natalie gets 5 votes. Russell gets 2 votes. Mick gets 0. It takes 5 to win. We didn't see the rest of the votes. Doesn't really matter.
I wonder who I mean, obviously, Shambo was one, but I'm curious of who was the second vote for Russell.
I bet it was. Hold on. Let me just think about it. I bet it was Danger Dave.
You think it was Dave?
I bet it was Danger Dave. Let me think. What did
I thought maybe John.
That's what I was just gonna say. What did John say again? Natalie, you got there from Russell's success. Not. Nat says there's smart to see. Yeah, maybe it could have been John
or Brett. If Brett was gonna be like,
no,
he's the better competition.
Brett voted Natalie, 100%. I guarantee that.
Yeah, because he's
didn't even hesitate.
Passive party around bottom.
So I just wrote down just a couple things that Jeff said at the end. 2 medevacs, first player kicked out of a challenge, and the emergence of Russell.
Mm-hmm. So clearly he was big news the entire season.
Huge. Everybody was talking, oh, don't you hate Russell? Don't
Yeah.
you hate Russell? Oh, I hate that guy.
Yeah.
But he's playing a darn good game, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what the people, I'm sure, were saying at the time. People will continue to say that as they watch it.
Trust.
And
because we did.
we did. And I look forward to the next season, you guys. And if anybody tunes into this episode and you make it to the end and you care to hear what we have to say, shoot us an email at sofatomatoespod@gmail.com and let us know first what season you want us to do next, because nothing's set in stone. And I'd love to hear if anybody has anything to say. But also just tell us what you're thinking. Did you enjoy the season? Do you hate what we have to say? What could we do to improve? And if you say editing and adding little bits and pieces in, I agree with you. And we'll see. But let us know. That's all I got. You got anything?
Amazing. No, I have nothing more to contribute.
Cool. Well, thanks for tuning in, you guys. Happy day, and, get ready for another season because we're going to find one. Peace.
Amazing. Goodbye. Love you.